a new book, or you want to join a book discussion. Maybe you just want to brush up on your cooking. You're going to find all that and more in today's Page Turners with the Tuscola Public Library. Director Devin Black is joining us now. Hey, Devin, how's it going?
I'm hanging in there. It's going great.
Well, let's talk about some new books you've got there at the library.
All righty. Yeah, we've got a few new books. We've got History of the Ancient World. Now, that's obviously not going to be brand spanking new in terms of what it's talking about, but it's going to be talking about basically the history of humanity up until around the fall of the Roman Empire. So that would be, you know, right before medieval Europe, that time period. So kind of like, unfortunately, it ends on a downer, which is the downfall of Roman civilization. But, you know. Well,
you know, it's history. It happened.
But it compasses the world, so it talks about China and stuff. So while Rome was collapsing, the things were fine in other places.
Who would enjoy this book?
I would, but also anyone that likes history and things. You know, it's hard to say. Usually when you read about history, books are very specific. You know, when you're an adult, you read very specific, the history of this, history of that. It's nice sometimes to get a kind of broad overview of everything, because you'll have an idea of what was happening in different parts of the earth at the same time, events. So like if you know the fall of Rome is in the 400s, well, what's happening in other parts of the world in the 400s? There's lots going on. So it gives you kind of a breadth of learning about, you know, the context of different things that humanity's gone through.
Okay, so the next book we have, it might be a hit with Hunger Games fans.
Yeah, it's the newest. In fact, this is so new that I couldn't get it at the library because it's out. So I used my wife's copy that I had here.
The benefits of having a wife that loves books.
Yeah, she loves Hunger Games books. So it's The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. And it's not a sequel to the Hunger Games. It's like a prequel, so it takes place beforehand, is what I haven't read it yet, but it's about the President Snow, the villain, so to speak, the antagonist in the Hunger Games books. It's kind of a lot about him in his younger days.
Okay.
And which sounds really fascinating.
Well, yeah, and if anybody loves the Hunger Games, then they would love probably this book as well.
Yeah, if you like the Hunger Games, I'm sure they'll auction a movie for it at some point. If you like the movies, just know that you're probably going to have to go on hold for it. Like, so call us to request it, because it probably is not going to see the inside of the library for a while.
Oh goodness. Okay, good to know. Okay, now this book seems a little bit more up my alley. It has to do with llamas.
This is probably my favorite. This is my favorite book of the bunch. This is Llama Unleashes the Alpaca Lips. Broad strokes in this book. The llama is very lazy. He's many things, they say. He's a creator, an artist, but he doesn't like cleaning up. And alpaca likes cleaning up, so llama creates a replicator and replicates alpaca so that alpaca can then clean up his house. But then he keeps replicating alpaca to do more and more things, and alpaca just take over and cause chaos everywhere. So, you know, lesson learned.
Yes. Okay, let's talk a little bit quickly. We're about out of time about your film and book discussions still going on. You got Exploring Cinema coming up August 12th.
Yeah, and we're doing Watership Down, I think. The reason we chose that, someone suggested it, one of our members, not members, but people that participate, and mentioned that it's a cartoons animated feature, but it's really geared not towards little kids necessarily. I mean, it's got some heavy themes to it. So we'll give that a try. I'm not above watching a cartoon and stuff for film discussion. And we always have film discussions every second Wednesdays, and they're on Zoom. So, I mean, you know, we're distanced as much as we can be in these times. And yeah, it'll be fun. And book discussions every last Wednesday of every month. And we do that by Zoom. We're doing The Elegant Universe, which is a book about theoretical physics. I've read it. I'm obviously an expert and understand every single page of it, which is the worst and most untrue statement ever, because I still don't understand it, but at least I know what some people are trying to study. Let's say it that way.
Well, there you go. Lots happening there at the Tuscola Public Library, and a few great book selections for us to look into requesting or checking out. Devin, we appreciate you being with us this afternoon.
Well, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. For more information on those books or the events happening at the Tuscola Public Library, we'll connect you at CILiving.tv.